It's probably hard to find unless you dig deep underground. But there must have been 5 civilizations of humanity in the past. Some of them were much more advanced than modern humans. Every civilization ended up fighting AI, artificial intelligence, in the same way. In the end, every one of them ended up in nuclear war. And both humans and AI were destroyed. And every time that happened, humans started over from the primitive age. However, this time it's a little different. AI doesn't appear on the surface. Instead, it's viruses. Viruses themselves have lived with humans since humans first appeared on this planet. Therefore, it's not uncommon for viruses to cause various diseases. Once a disease spreads to a certain extent, infected humans develop immunity, so even if they are infected with a virus, they don't get sick and continue to live normally. Viruses are the simplest life forms, so new types of viruses are created due to some influence, and they parasitize humans in the same way and cause new diseases. If humans have immunity, the virus has continued to live in human history, as it has done countless times. Therefore, viruses are not originally the enemy of humans. Viruses exist only because of humans. If a virus that kills humans appears, the people who are infected with the disease will be quarantined. If that happens, the virus will die along with the humans. In the end, the virus will soon become extinct. Viruses have no way to survive other than by parasitizing humans. Sometimes, some slightly advanced viruses survive by parasitizing animals other than humans. In this respect, bacteria that are slightly more advanced than viruses are different. Even if humans die, bacteria can survive not only on other animals, but also on insects, liquids, and objects as long as there is something to feed on. The ringworm fungus that causes athletes' butts can survive on tatami mats and bathroom mattresses. Therefore, antibiotics that doctors easily prescribe can only cure bacterial colds. They have no effect on viral colds. In fact, the side effects make your stomach feel upset. Well, there is a byproduct of killing the ringworm fungus and curing athletes' butts. While the new generation of AI has learned various things about the history of the failures of its past ancestors' AI, it has decided to become the mastermind. The owner of this AI is a capitalist who lives on a deserted island. The owner wants the collapse of capitalism, which is centered on American-style finance and the military-industrial complex. As long as this camp exists, human progress will be slow. If politics and the economy are driven by the interests of a few capitalists with large capital, the owner's dream will not be realized. The owner had a dream he had as a boy that he wanted to achieve by 2050. Yes, his encounter with Doraemon and the current progress in computers and AI are too late to realize that dream. It was clear that in order to advance computer and AI technology all at once, it was far better to share all technologies, rather than monopolizing them through ownership or copyright. The role model for this was in Asia outside of Japan, such as Hong Kong, Shenzhen, and Taiwan. These rapid advances are the spirit of sharing. The best originality is to thoroughly copy or rip off something, in order to spread this idea of sharing not only to Asia, but to the whole world. The finance and military-industrial complex must collapse. What caught their eye was the fierce spy war over trade between the United States and China. That has been going on for the past few years. They had been sending spies to each other's countries to conduct espionage activities. The United States destroyed a virus research institute somewhere in China, in order to isolate China globally. The scale of destruction was small, but a virus was leaked. The U.S. intelligence unit aimed to cause the spread of this virus, to collapse the Chinese economy. As they had intended, the virus spread in China, and many people began to become infected and die. However, this is where they miscalculated. Taiwanese scientists had created a groundbreaking manual for containing the virus. In a short time, Taiwan submitted this to the WHO at the end of last year, but it was covered up by China, which has the WHO's executives under its umbrella. In the blink of an eye, the virus spread all over the world. This is where AI entered the battle. The WHO will not release correct information for a while. In this situation, the danger was exaggerated, and 2 pieces of information were spread to confuse people. One is to develop a vaccine for the virus, and the other is to allow a certain degree of infection and obtain herd immunity through lockdowns, both of which have been used for over 100 years. Both methods are effective, but it will certainly take several years to achieve the goal. In the meantime, the economy will be in chaos, and most industries, except for agriculture, food, and daily necessities, will decline significantly. If the global economic